So just to recap what we've talked about so far, we have set breakpoints. We can set breakpoints on any executable line in our entire program. We can debug our software. We can use F10 or this button up here to step over. We could use F11 to step into. We can watch our call stack grow so we know exactly the chain of methods that were invoked to get to the current location, and so on. Before we talk about inspecting variables, there's one more thing I want to discuss, and that's another very common sort of there's a very common sort of way that you would navigate the debugger. Let's talk about the F5 key. Now, I know most of you probably already know the F5 key as the Start Debugging button, but when we're in debugging, it means something else. It means continue. So let me go ahead and comment out this line of code that's going to throw the exception. And then I'm going to hit F5. And then now that I'm debugging, I'm going to hit F5 one more time. What happens is the program will continue executing. This isn't a step. This is a just keep on going, doing what you've been doing, and stuff and things. One of the most common things you'll do while debugging isn't necessarily stepping over and stepping into. It's setting a breakpoint while we're debugging, and then hitting F5 to jump to that breakpoint. I believe there's also a run to cursor button, but I've never used the run to cursor button for some reason. Sue me. Also, it will stop execution if it runs into an error. So, fun stuff. I'll just show the run to cursor button then. Someone told me where it is. So they say right click and I hate this stupid thing. Control F10, run to cursor. Although honestly, considering how how incredibly massive this context menu is, I would say setting a breakpoint's actually probably faster. But anyway, so yeah. Next thing, this is just for fun for you guys. You guys want to see something crazy? Go up here, hit F5, go up here, hit F5, go up here, hit F5. Yes, I'm actually changing the next line of code that's going to execute on my program, and I'm repeatedly running the same code over and over again. Another feature I've never used. I would be very careful with this feature because there is a very big difference between running your code and debugging and actually editing your code. In that, I don't know, it's a very difficult concept to explain, but it feels very dirty changing the next line of execution because it could give you it could result in you making assumptions about your code that aren't necessarily true. And 99.9% of the time a program crashes is because somebody made an assumption that wasn't true. Okay, so that was just a fun little thing.